Good evening. How are you? I hope you're doing great. This, I hope you recognize it by now, is the vintage rose pattern. And we're going to use it tonight on a pillowcase. So this is one of the pillowcases from my shop. And let us get going. So let me see if I can just turn on my keyword and then we can do it. All right, here we go. Alrighty then, here we go. All right, so I'm gonna just take this right off the backer sheet right onto my pillowcase, trying my best not to stick it to itself. Now, you're gonna wanna make sure that you push this down really well, that you don't have any crinkles in it. Like I have one right here on the back side. So I'm gonna try and work that out because that will create a bubble. Now, I'm gonna probably unzip this so that I can straighten it out a little bit. All right, I did press this a little bit before I started, just to be sure that I didn't have any major creases, okay? Now, I highly recommend that you do that. What's going on with my page? I can't find my video. It's coming up now. I've got glue stuck here. Okay, here we go. All right, now I'm gonna push it down really well. We're gonna use Cadet Blue with this. Now, as you know, every time I use Cadet Blue, I get it all over me. So hopefully I can stay semi-clean tonight, but I don't know, y'all. This is a big transfer. It's gonna be a lot of blue ink, so wish me luck. All right. Hi, Shirley. Hey, Lisa. Hi, Karen. Hey, Ann. Hi, Vera and Deborah. Hi, Marsha. Welcome. All right, so you can comment the word rose to get all the stuff I'm doing tonight at a discount. Hi, Lori. How are you? All right. Now I'm just going around and pressing down all the areas that don't look very sealed. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to work from the inside out tonight, because this one has quite a bit of silk screen on it. And it does, the stencils do have a more difficult time sticking to fabric, okay? So I just want to give it the best shot I can. Hi, Cindy, how are you? By making sure that it's got a really good seal. All right, hi, Joni. All right, now we're gonna use, like I said, we're using Cadet Blue. I think it's gonna be really neat with the roses. I'm gonna try and use as little ink as possible, but this is gonna take a lot. So I'm just gonna work, like I said, from the inside out. No need to rush with ink, okay? Take your time. It's not gonna dry on you like paste will, definitely. So you can use less and go slower to make sure that it's perfect. And hopefully I won't find any bubbles that I missed. And if I do, I'll try to push them down as I go. And we'll hope for the best, okay? All right. I don't know yet, Deborah. They showed up. They were here about, I guess, 3 hours almost. So, I don't know. But, you know, I've talked myself into a frenzy here. Just stressing out, so I'm trying my best to just stay calm. We'll see how it goes. Hopefully I'll hear back from them in the next day or two. And I mean, this house is so new, y'all. I can't even imagine what they could possibly find that would be a big deal, okay? I think they had a termite inspection done too, which I know that that's good to go because I have a bug guy. We aren't treating for termites or anything, but We do have a regular bug guy that comes, so that should be fine. And I just can't even possibly fathom what it might be. Yeah, it was a long time. Let me make sure that doesn't go off. Already working on painting my fingers blue here. I'm sorry if my video quality is bad. It's like not doing great on my end, so hopefully it's better on yours. Our internet has been super slow lately. Once again, AT&T has failed me. So, I don't know. I probably need to unplug my router or something. And plug it back in. So, I don't know if you know this, but you can absolutely use fabric dye on our pillowcases. Instead of just leaving the background white, or like the off-white color that it is, you could dye it first just using regular RIT dye. Oh, my Facebook is not reloading, so I don't know what's going on. Let's see if I can get to it. But yeah, you can use RIT dye and dye it whatever color you like, and then ink on it. And that, I guarantee you, will be really pretty. And I keep saying that I'm going to do that, but I still have yet to buy some dye. And if I would just buy some dye, I could do it easily. But haven't done it yet, so I don't know. All right, here we go. Maybe it's going to work now. I don't know. Oops. Yikes. I just dropped a big old glob of ink on here. Okay. So, anywho, this is Cadet ink, okay? And I do have my heat press ready to go for as soon as I'm ready. And you do not have to have a heat press. I know y'all see me using a heat press. You can use an iron, same exact thing. You will still get it heat set, okay? If you're using an iron, you're going to want to wait about 24 hours before you heat set and let it dry completely. I'm talking fully dry, okay? And then take a piece of parchment, just like you do with the heat press, and cover your design and just move that medium high iron over it for about 4 minutes, okay? You're just going to want to keep on moving it. And that will heat set it. Now, whenever you use an iron, you're going to want to do the inside and the outside, so you're going to want to flip it inside out and heat set from the inside as well, okay? I never do that with a heat press. Some designers recommend it, but I have never had trouble with my ink designs on shirts or anything else whenever I don't do that. So with the heat press, I don't do it. Hi, Sue. Hi, Melissa. How are you? Interesting. So I don't think either of them are veterans. I did a little bit of stalking, and once I found out their names, I found out who they were. And I don't think that they're veterans. But I mean, that's a good practice to get a termite inspection just to be on the safe side. And really, I mean, it's free, right? So, you can have that done for free, I believe. And it's not a big deal, so that's cool. But, I mean, this is, like I said, this is a brand new house. And I've had it inspected for termites before, and it was fine. So I'm not concerned with that one. Like I told y'all before, I think the crawl space is fine. there's not really anything else that I could even fathom that could be wrong with this house, just because it is so new and we haven't had any issues at all. And the few little things that we have noticed, we've taken care of. And so I think it'll be fine. But I do have my list ready to go. I've sent it over to my realtor down in Houston, and we're just waiting for me to get down there so that I can start looking. Or if the inspection period ends early, then I would like to try and see if I could send my mom over. I'm doing good, Sue. Thank you for asking. I did have a busy day today. I had to sit in my car for 3 hours earlier while they were here, which was fine. I had a meeting the whole time. And it literally ended just in the nick of time because I forgot to bring my laptop charger. I'm trying to pull this apart. And my laptop was dying. So thank God it ended, because I was running out of juice. So, but I'm really grateful that I can do that, work in my car somewhere in a random parking lot. Put Dozer in the back seat and strap him in. He's got his little seatbelt that he wears. And just go wherever we need to go, you know? It's helpful for me, for sure. Okay. Now, I'm trying my best, and this one, hopefully this ink's not going to be too cakey. Now, whenever you have a big design like this, and with a lot of silk screen, your ink can get cakey, okay? Was there already an inspection of my house? Well, we had the one today for these buyers. There hasn't been another official inspection of this house. I did not have it officially inspected. I have a friend that used to be an inspector, and so he came and checked it out before I signed. And there was a few little things that he found, nothing major. And I just had the builder take care of it before I moved in. So that was handled. So anyway, other than that, we just wait now for them to come up. If they're going to come up with a list of things that they want, or if they're just going to accept it as is, which I hope they do, because I can't possibly even think of anything, that will be a big deal. Hi, Pat. How are you? Welcome. Thanks for joining me. But I have another little chunk of ink. All right, we're almost there. I'm telling you, we're almost done. Super easy project here, okay? If a little bit messy, just because it's so large, but simple, just stick down your transfer really, really well to where you don't have any bubbles, and spread your ink over the entire thing, okay? I did try to work from the inside out as much as possible. And then we're gonna go ahead and heat set right here. And then we'll be done, and I'll go ahead and stuff this pillow. I don't know where I'm going to put it. I have a million pillows right now. There's a couple that I use for my couches, and one for the guest bed, and the decorator pillows, that are not for anything else. And then one that goes on our bed that I actually bought that one from Hobby Lobby. But I do love this color, and I think it's going to turn out great with the vintage rose pattern. I think it's going to be awesome. So we're almost there. I've used almost all the rest of my Cadet ink doing this. It probably wasn't necessary completely, but that's okay. Now, my jar was almost empty, okay? I do have to say, it was pretty close to it already. So don't expect that you're going to use an entire jar of ink on a project like this, okay? I've done multiple pillows, shirts, all kinds of good stuff prior to this with that ink, so don't fret. Oh my gosh, yes, I did do the tray for my guest bedroom. That is a fabulous idea, and I love it. Yeah, I did. Y'all, I love this pattern. I'm obsessed with it. I'm going to wear this thing out. Oh, that looks so good. Hold on, let me move this so that I don't... Now, I'm going to just try my best to keep from getting blue ink on everything that I own. Oh, I love that. Yeah, I love pillows. I love throw pillows. And, you know, there's a little chair in my bedroom that I might put one of those pillows on so that I can put this one on the guest room bed. Okay, so there's my design, y'all. This turned out perfect. And I don't see any issues with leaking from a bubble. So I think I did pretty darn good. Okay. Now, I am going to try and dry this just a little bit. Just because it's kind of thick. Now, there's no way I'm going to dry the whole thing, okay, without heat setting it. And it's probably going to take multiple presses to get it heat set. Now, I did not put an ink mat in the middle of this because this canvas is so thick that I trust it. Probably too much. But I don't think it went through at all, so that's good. Sorry for me itching my eye. It was itching really bad. Okay, so I love this. Oh my gosh, this is so pretty. You know, I'm tempted to put this on my own bed. I'm kind of selfish like that. Because now that I make my bed every day, it's so pretty in there. Well, my room has always been pretty, but like, it's even more. It looks like rich people live here whenever my house is so tidy. I love it. I think I actually probably, whenever we get all moved, probably gonna get rid of a lot of stuff. I already have gotten rid of a bunch of stuff so far, like some linens that I don't ever use, sheets that I'm sick of, some blankets that Chris won't let me use on our bed because they make him too hot, stuff like that. And I was thinking the other day, I've got like a bunch of cutting boards in my kitchen that I can't possibly use all of them. Okay, now before I forget, I'm gonna put down my heat pad. This thing is my Cricut heat mat for my press, okay? So that's important to protect your surface. Now, before I go and see how much ink, I did way too much, okay? Now, it would have been hard to push that through this surface without using a bunch of ink, so it's okay, all right? It's not gonna kill anything. But it might make it a little thicker, okay? Now, I'm doing 350 for 30 seconds, okay? And I'm going to move this. Yeah, I think this looks great. And I think it's going on my bed. Because no one sees the guest room except for me. So I think I need to steal some of this pattern for myself. All right. So 350 for 30 seconds, and we are not quite set. So I'm going to just put that right back down. And I don't know, okay. I prematurely threw this away because I'm out of baby wipes apparently. And I've got some, I think, in here. So I'm going to go again for another 30 seconds, okay? Making sure that I get the entire edge in here. And that way I know for sure that it's set. And then I can just move over a little bit and do this part, and then I'll move over a little bit and do that part. So it'll take about 6 times, or maybe more than that, to get this entire thing. But that's okay, we can do this. All right, now I'm just gonna scoot this over. I'm not even gonna pick up the paper. And I'm gonna do this part. Now it's okay if it overlaps a little bit, but you don't want to go off of the parchment onto the design, okay? And with the heat press, just press it. You don't have to move it around or anything. Now, whenever you use your iron, you're going to want to move it so that you don't burn it, okay? All right, so we're down to about 10 seconds left, and I'm going to see, I'll pull it up a little bit and make sure that it's completely set. We might go for a round 2. And that's okay. You can do that, okay? If you need to. I think we're fairly good here. Oh, that's not done. Okay. So now I'm going to turn this a little bit and do, oh, I'll do more than that. Oop, goodness. Okay, so I am overlapping just a little, and that's all right, because I want to make sure that I don't miss anything, okay? Oh, I need to press the start button so that my timer starts. All right, now 350 for 30 seconds works great on these pillowcases. Any other material that's not a canvas or a cotton or something, you might want to check, okay, and make sure that your heat press is not going to melt the crud out of it, because I have done that. I got some of those like shopping bags, reusable shopping bags from Dollar Tree a while back. And for some of you that have been watching me longer, you watched me melt the crud out of that bag. Okay. And that was not a fun time. So just think about that whenever you're getting stuff to ink on. Okay, now I'm going to dispose of that one because I have dried ink all over it. Oops, darn it. Oh man, that's not good. Big enough. Hold on. Let me see if I can grab another one. I thought I had another like slice, but that's all right. Okay, so let's go right here. And again, I want to layer it a little bit, okay, with the press, and I'll go again on that bottom layer. I mean, bottom part of this. Oh my gosh, that would be so pretty, Marcia. I love that idea. On the back of a white jacket, or even a blue jean jacket would be really nice. Yes. Even with maybe, I don't know what you would put on it, on a blue jean jacket on the back of it, but something with silver too. That would just be gorgeous. Okay, so I'm going to go one more time here. And that's looking really good, so I'm happy about this. Now, I always do my designs where the zipper's at the bottom, so that, because I like to fill these with polyfill. Now you can buy pillows if you want to, but I'm too cheap for that. I'd rather spend like, I don't know, $5 on an enormous bag of polyfill and stuff my pillows. And then, because I'm just a cheapo, okay? But if you're fancy enough to buy pillows, then go you, but that's not my life, so. I'll tell you a secret. I probably shouldn't tell you, but I'm gonna. So, one time I made a pillow, a chalk pillow, or I chalked a pillow, and I stuffed it, I took apart some of the pillows from my couch and used the stuffing from those that I didn't like anymore and threw away the outer part. So pretty much anything you can use as stuffing is my point, okay? No need to, y'all, this is gorgeous. Oh my gosh, I'm so excited. Okay, so I'm gonna just scoot this guy over a little bit and come right in here. And you don't really even have to press on this. Y'all see that steam rising? You don't even have to press on this very hard at all, really. Some, like, if you work with any kind of vinyl, sometimes they require you to actually press it hard, but you do not have to do that here, okay? Just set it down on the design for the time limit and possibly twice, depending on how thick your ink is. But if you do a real thin layer of ink, you should only have to press it once, okay, for it to be finished being pressed. Now I'm going to go ahead and go down to the bottom down here and get this one more time, and then I'm going to go probably, I don't know, 2 times maybe on this side, and then we'll be done. And this is super simple, y'all. It's even already cooled over here. This thing is nice and pressed now. Not a single crinkle in the thing. But it looks great. The ink is nice and soft and smooth. And totally machine washable, which is the best part, right? It's completely permanent. And you've just made your own decor, okay? So, I mean, think about all the gift opportunities and for weddings, and before you know it, Mother's Day is going to be here. And wedding season and baby showers, anything you can think of, you can make in just a few minutes. That's my favorite thing about chalk, really, is that I can do a lot of things that I never believed I could do, like create beautiful stuff like 9 times out of 10, okay? When normally my crafting skills are not great. So it makes it easy for me. So that just tells me that it's going to be easy for you too. So this is the side with the zipper on it. So I'm trying my best not to melt that zipper. Hopefully I'll succeed in that. But I am going to go just one more time to make sure I got all the way to the edge. And I just absolutely love this blue color. It is so pretty and vibrant. I think it's my favorite blue. But that dark, like, navy blue has always been a favorite of mine. Okay, so here we go. Check out that steam. Y'all, this pillowcase, uh-oh. I feel wet ink. Let me get this little corner over here really quick, because I don't know if I missed it or what, but I just got a tiny bit of ink on my finger. So this is Cadet Blue. Now, you are going to want to test it, okay, and make sure that you got all of it, especially if your ink is thick, like mine is really thick. Okay, just go around and test the spots that you can see are thicker and make sure that you don't come up with any ink, okay? But as easy as that, you can make your own stuff and impress everybody with your crafting skills when literally you do not have to be skilled at all, okay? I know y'all watch me all the time, but I am not skilled. Okay, it's the products for sure. So, look at that rose pattern, y'all. I just love this one. It's definitely one of my favorites. So, I don't know if it is upside down, actually, because the roses are like, I mean, you can't really tell, but I feel like the roses should be up. I don't know. Anyway. That is my pillowcase. So now I can just stuff it full, okay, and zip it up. Now, if you're fancy, you can buy yourself some pillows, those plain white pillows, and throw one in there. And then you have a removable pillowcase. Now I just stuff it and then I wash them in the washer with the stuffing. And you could absolutely do the other side as well. Okay? So, I hope y'all love this. You can comment the word rose to get the stuff to make this, okay? And once again, I love you all. I hope you have a wonderful night. And I will see you tomorrow. Okay? Good night.